so faithful. Jesus, you have been so true. I will be forever thankful, 'cause I never had a friend like you. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with that love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. You with me in the darkest valley. You with me on the mountaintop. I'm thankful that you never leave me, and that your love will never stop. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with that love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. Love one another with that love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God.
What's up, everybody? Erica here, and I am so happy to have you on my block. As you can see, we've got a whole community of people living right here, working together to help each other and show compassion. Compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's need. Every person is made in their own unique way, and every person can use what they have to show compassion. You want to see? They can build things. Ooh, I know. They can fix things. And even make people feel safe. Everybody has a part to play. And there are clues, even when you're young, to help you know what your part is. For instance, you might like to help your parents out around the kitchen. Someday you may be a chef. Or maybe you like building things out of Legos. You might grow up to be a construction worker. Oh, these are not toys. What if you really love animals? Oh, how cute! Someday you could be a veterinarian. Oh, even cuter! If you look really close at what you're good at and the gifts you've been given, you might get a glimpse of what you'll be like when you're older. Or, like you'll see in today's story, God can use what you have right now to do something miraculous. I'm not sure what I have to give, but I hope it involves a cute puppy. I'll see you next time.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of John, chapter 6, verses 1 through 13.
Let's set the stage. Jesus had been performing amazing miracles and healing people. Great crowds gathered wherever he went. So, when Jesus needed a little time away, he crossed the Sea of Galilee with his friends. He was probably looking forward to a quiet day on the mountainside, overlooking the lake. But the crowds had followed.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Looks like thousands.
Should we send them all away?
No, I'll talk to them.
Even though he was tired, Jesus welcomed the people. He could see the hunger in their hearts, so he sat down on the mountainside and began to teach them.
I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry.
Through the heat of the day, Jesus kept speaking to the people. As the sun sank lower, though, people started getting restless. See, nobody planned to stay there the whole day, and everybody was getting hungry. Well, Jesus knew how he would provide a meal, but first, he spoke to his friend Philip.
Where can we buy bread for all these people to eat?
Philip's eyes widened as he looked down over the mountainside.
There are thousands of people here. Even buying enough bread for everyone to have one bite would take more than half a year's pay.
Feeding this crowd certainly seemed like an impossible job. Jesus' friends started to check around, trying to see if anyone at all had brought along some food. Now, imagine you are there, on that very same hillside. Early this morning, you heard footsteps and excited voices just outside your home.
They say Jesus is heading for the lakeshore.
Now, you had never seen Jesus, but you had heard a lot about him, so you begged your mom to let you go along, please.
Please, please, please. It's not far.
And she said yes, which is pretty amazing, but she wouldn't let you run out the door unprepared.
Here, I've wrapped up some bread and fish for you.
Thanks, Mom.
So you grabbed the bundle, thanks Mom, and ran out the door, joining the crowd. When you finally reached the lakeshore, the crowd was a little overwhelming. But high up on the mountainside, you could see a man surrounded by a close-knit group of followers. Sometimes it's good to be little, so you make your way little by little, uphill through the crowd.
Excuse me?
After a while, you were so close. You could hear Jesus.
Anyone who hears my word and believes him who has sent me has eternal life.
You slid under someone's elbow and found a place to sit on a little rock just a few yards away from Jesus. And all day, you listened. You weren't bored even a bit, because somehow everything Jesus said, it seemed like he was saying it just to you. In fact, you even forgot to eat your lunch.
Oops. Guess I am kind of hungry.
Now you can see other people are getting hungry too. And Jesus has taken a short break to talk with his friends, and then you're sad because Jesus is probably planning to send everybody away to get their own food. But then, a few of his friends start walking through the crowd.
Does anyone have any food? Nothing here, I'm sorry.
Oh, you really want your bread and fish at this point, but as tired and hungry as you are, you know Jesus has been working hard all day. So, you clear your throat, and then you say,
I do.
Great. What do you got?
5 little loaves and 2 fish.
Not much.
I know, but Jesus can have it.
Well, thank you. Come along.
You follow Jesus' friend Andrew right up to Jesus.
Here's a boy with 5 small loaves of barley bread and 2 small fish. It won't go far in such a large crowd.
Jesus turns and looks right at you. He can see you're hungry and that you've chosen to give up your lunch anyway. And then he smiles. It's the best thank you you've ever gotten. He reaches out his hands and you give him your food. Then Jesus turns back to his friends.
Have the people sit down.
Jesus' friends exchanged surprised glances, but then they started gesturing to the crowd.
All right, everyone sit down.
Plenty of room.
Like a slowly rolling wave from front to back, you see all the people sit down. Then, right beside you, Jesus takes your 5 small loaves of bread and 2 small fish, and he lifts them up to heaven.
Father, thank you for this food you've given us.
Then, Jesus takes the loaves and breaks them. He begins handing them out to his friends and to the people in the first rows on the ground. He does the same with the fish. You even get some of your own bread and fish back.
Yum.
You look around and you can see Jesus' friends still handing out pieces of fish and bread to the crowd.
But this is way more than what I gave to Jesus.
Soon, it seems like the entire crowd is eating dinner. Your own stomach is already full, and you still have bread and fish left over. As the people around you begin to finish their meals, Jesus calls his friends again.
Gather the leftover pieces. Don't waste anything.
You watch in amazement as Jesus' friends go through the crowd with large baskets. And sure enough, lots of people have extra bread and fish to drop inside. When the men finally return to Jesus, they've collected 12 full baskets of leftover fish and bread.
That's impossible.
But you know it happened because you saw it and because you've met Jesus. Nearby, a man exclaims,
This must be the prophet who's supposed to come into the world.
Now, you aren't sure exactly what that means, but you are sure that Jesus deeply cares for every single person on this hillside. And you're sure that he can take your small lunch to meet every single person's need.
Hey kids, I'm Lawson, and using my laser vision goggles, my extremely extreme laser vision goggles, pew 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 pew, I can tell that you need to be entertained. And I'm here to do something about it. In fact, I've got this brilliant story from my cousin Jeff's friend Jed. Jed is a super ultra athlete. He can run the fastest mile in school, and he can dribble a basketball blindfolded, and he can do a triple backflip. In fact, Jed can run the fastest mile in school while dribbling a basketball blindfolded and doing a triple backflip. Jed is used to winning all the time. When he's team captain in PE class, Jed picks to win. When they play kickball, Jed can choose Sarah, who kicks the ball really hard all the way to the moon, or Jed can pick Dwight. So Jed says, I pick Sarah. And when they do an egg balancing relay, Jed can choose Rob, who's a master of balance, or Jed can pick Dwight. So Jed says, I pick Rob. And when they play basketball in PE, Jed can pick Kira, who dunks the ball every time, or Jed can choose Dwight. So Jed suddenly realizes that Kira gets picked for lots of things, but no one ever gives Dwight a chance. So he says, I pick Dwight. And then Jed and Dwight high five. And even though their team loses, they actually have fun. And Dwight even teaches Jed some awesome new skills. And then everyone celebrates excellently. Excellent. It's funny. So kids, never start an egg fight at school, but do always remember that compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's need. Ooh. Granny shot? Watch this. Maybe not. See you guys next time. Triple backflip. Watch this. Ah!
When the boy showed up to see Jesus on a mountainside with a crowd of over 5,000 people, it probably never crossed his mind that he could be part of a miracle. All he had to offer was 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, and God used it to feed everyone. You never know what God's going to do when you use what you have to help others. So, what do you have? Do you like to entertain people? And are you good with animals? Do you like to make things grow? Do you enjoy serving others? Everybody has something they can use to help others. Could be all you need are these, your hands. Your hands can help lift things, clean things, and repair things. Something else you have is Your brain. You can use your brain to help solve problems or to help create something incredible. And what about these? Your ears. Sometimes to help others, all you need to do is listen. And then these, your elbows. I'm not really sure what you can use your elbows for. Oh, I got it. You can use your elbows to help a small child find their parents in a crowd. Excuse me. Nailed it. The one thing to remember today is this. Use what you have to help others. You don't have to wait until you're older. God can use even the smallest things to make a big difference. I just thought of another use for your elbows. The chicken dance. Your turn.
Love one another, yeah, love one another, that's what we'll do.